always fresh, every day. You're watching Fastlane Daily.
A Ferrari tuner upgrades a 599 package. But what's it got that makes it so special? Oh, you're gonna find out, baby. Just what you want. Also, Heffner, not Hugh, takes the Murcielago and throws some turbos on it. A kid in Indiana goes for a joyride and now gets the playground cred he deserves. We'll check in on the internet rumor mill to find out some dirt on the new Lamborghini flagship. And it's that time of the week again. Shakedown with Leo Parente, our 2-minute and change Motorsports recap. What's up, everybody? I'm Derek D. You're checking out Fastlane Daily. It's Thursday. What do you think of that?
Fastlane Daily with Derek D. Always fresh every day.
And now it's time for
today's headlines.
Thanks, Rich. As we all know, the Frankfurt Auto Show is just around the corner. If you don't know, well, let me go get a bat and beat you over the head. Anyway, Frankfurt is not only a place for manufacturers to show off their cars, but the show also features a handful of tuner debuts as well. One such tuner, Novitec Rosso, has just released their updated version of the 599 GTB. For starters, an increase of 40 horsepower. Up front, a new lip spoiler. On the side, rocker panels with large air dams. On the rear, a new spoiler and diffuser. Inside, a navigation that can find me some pork roll. Woohoo! Oh wait, that's right. We're in New York. That does look delicious though, right? Anyway, the car also gets an adaptive suspension that can be raised or lowered by 40 millimeters and an exhaust which gives the car the distinct Novitec sound that I want badly and you want badly, right? Oh yeah, all right. Well, they did it again. The nutbags from Heffner Performance put the pedal to the metal and cranked out an 1100 horsepower Lamborghini Murcielago. Did you hear what I said? 1100 horsepower. It's called the Heffner Performance Lamborghini Murcielago Twin Turbo, or Earth Rocket Ship Booster Speed Wagon. Anyway, this rear-wheel drive beast has been clocked in with a 60 to 130 miles per hour time of 5.1 seconds at only 950 horsepower. A vanilla or standard Mercy achieves this in 9.5 seconds at 580 horsepower. If the full 1100 horsepower is used, it's estimated that the 60 to 130 time will be in the under 4 seconds range. Just listen to the sound from this car. Wow. Note to anyone driving the car, wear a helmet even though you'll probably die anyway. I mean, I'm just saying. And at first I thought Latarian Milton was the most badass kid to steal a car.
To do because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things. To drive into a car. Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
I love me some hood rat stuff too, Latarian, especially with my friends. But no, this past Saturday, a 9-year-old in Greenfield, Indiana, stole his parents' car at night because his folks told him he had to come inside and stop playing for the evening. Not only was the kid driving at night, but at times he was going 80 miles per hour. The cops thought they were following a swerving drunk driver, but after they laid down spike strips and the car careened into a ravine, they found a 9-year-old kid hiding in the back seat. I mean, tell me this kid isn't going to get all the chicks in his 4th grade class. Hey Timmy, what did you do this weekend? Played video games? What about you, Billy? Stole my parents' car, hit 80 miles per hour, got chased by the cops. Did I mention I'll be 10 in 2 weeks? You got a cigarette? Yeah. You like that? You like it how I did that little thing? Seriously, that kid's like hitting puberty already. Yeah. And now on to the internet rumor mill, or IRM. The Lamborghini Murcielago has been in production for nearly a decade now. As we reported earlier in the show, plenty of tuners have had their way with the flagship, especially now that it's at the end of its life cycle. Now we finally have information on the Murcielago replacement. Insiders are reporting that it will be much faster and more powerful. Ooh, what a mystery. My goodness. Motor authorities reporting that the new replacement for the Murcielago could be based on the Audi R8 chassis with a carbon fiber body shell. That means the car will hold the mid-engine layout, but be a little smaller and lighter. That's not to say it won't be wide though. No word on what engine will be used, but we could see some variation of the LP670-4 SV motor put to use. Also keep in mind that CEO Stefan Winkelmann, Winkelmann, say that with me guys, Winkelmann. Yeah, great name. Yeah, thank you for the enthusiasm. Anyway, he's hinted at a hybrid Lamborghini sometime in the future. Could the new flagship have some sort of eco-friendly technology? Well, Only time will tell. Next up, we got our weekly dose of what's going on in the world of motorsports with Leo the Suit Parente. It's Shakedown right after this. I'm in a 600 horsepower stock car about to go 160 miles per hour. I'm Derek D. You're watching Fastlane Daily. Let's rock. If you just like driving anything, you love doing things.
F1 at Spa, MotoGP at Indy, and more. But the biggest news, Parente gets his first pole and then wins. Not me, Alvaro Parente, in GP2, the feeder series to Formula One. Thought I was having flashbacks to my first pole and win, but no, this Parente's really good. And he took his 600 horsepower F1 Tech GP2 Renault V8 to the top of the podium. In the spirit of things, I watched his race wearing my helmet. If Parente makes it to F1, he'll join Hamilton, Rosberg, Glock, and Kovalainen, all GP2 grads. Watch GP2, the action is furious. But the Parente tie-ins weren't over yet, as this weekend was rife with them. Grand Am and NASCAR went to Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal. I raced there in Formula Atlantic when F1 came to town. So to me, it's near criminal to watch these France family pigs run there versus F1 glamour. The Grand Am race was typical. I'll let someone else cover that. The NASCAR race was mind-bending at so many levels. Truly ugly cars, uglier driving, rain or not. The Parente flashback was the last lap, last corner giveaway by Marcos Ambrose as he let the guy behind him into his head and then into the lead for the win. I did similar in my last Montreal race, but it was back at the hairpin. I feel for you, Marcos. MotoGP at Indy had the Parente feel to it too, after Rossi surprisingly dropped his bike from the lead. Said he got onto the dirty part of the track. Now I'll spare you the details about all the times I shocked crowds with my non-wins, but Rossi opened the door for Lorenzo to cut the point lead in half. Nicky Hayden delivered himself and Ducati their first podium, sweetly on US soil. NH is finally mastering the tricky electronically traction-managed D-bike, which prevents him from using his dirt track racing style. But Nicky always finds a way to win, so he's adapting. And then there was the F1 GP at Spa. In high school, I was on the state's worst gymnastic team. In the 80s, I played center field for Patrick's Pub, White Plains, New York's worst softball team. But then with each team, there was a moment when it all came together and we made it to their championship finals, each only to finish second. But we did shine. So watching Fizzy and Force India take it to the big names, well, to me it was just another Parente moment. And if it wasn't for the Ferrari Kurz, Fizzy would have accomplished what we did not. Button got taken out, but his horrid qualifying performance was reason that he was vulnerable in the first place. Enough worrying about Luca Badois, I'm questioning Button's talent. As for Luca, who the press now calls "Look How Bad You Are," get it? The replacement rumors have now gone Tony Soprano Godfather mode. Seems Force India still owes Ferrari some lira for last year's engines, so... Someday I may ask you for a favor on the day of my daughter's wedding, and that favor is... Fisichella from Monza. Ferrari says the decision is coming this week. We record Tuesday AM, so you may know everything by now. All I know is my last team owner traded me out of my seat because he owed money. So maybe this Parente connection to last week's racing is real. Israel? What? Later.
Actually, Leo, I think it is Israel. They're racing every race in the history of races there now. So.
Hey, Derek D, where'd you get that sweet t-shirt? I love Argyle.
And he loves Argyle. Special shout out to Phil over at DC, because DC hooked us up and the rest of the FLD crew, us, meaning everyone, with some t-shirts and some sneakers. I don't know if you can see them. Check them out. They're pretty badass. So thank you, DC. We appreciate it. There's the logo right there. Go get some DC stuff. All right, awesome.